Hi guys! This week's video is a print of Team Rocket from the Pokémon anime. I will start right off by saying Team Rocket are my babies. I love them so much. If you look on my Tumblr blog, about, I don't know, 80%, maybe 75 is Team Rocket related posts. Every time there's fan art, I get so excited. Just everything about them is my favorite. I love their humor. I love everything they bring to the anime. Meowth is one of my favorite, my favorite cartoon character of all time is Meowth. Like, I love them that much. I think without them, the anime would not be what it is today, and I love them so much. But yeah, I'll spare you most of my gushing. And I'll talk about my process now. So this painting, or picture I should say, was done completely digitally from start to finish. So I did the sketch in Photoshop, I believe, mostly because not having a line stabilizer is actually an advantage for your sketch. It's just so much better to sketch with a looser and freer line that not having a line stabilizer gives you. And yeah, if it's your style to have a really, I guess, stiff line, then fine. But for me, personally, I find just sketching without the line stabilizer is much easier. So I just sketched in Photoshop and brought it into Medibang to do the line art. But yeah, everything from the sketch to the finished piece was done digitally. I did not touch regular paper at all for this. So that was pretty interesting. I haven't done that for a really long time. So it was fun to do that again. So yeah, I decided to include the line art mostly because it was a process. I thought it's a big part of doing art in general. It's hard for me to do it or film it for traditional pieces because I usually stick my head so close to the paper. Even if I did film it, you wouldn't be able to see what I was drawing anyway. But for digital, you can't see my face blocking everything, so I figure it's nice to put that in for people to watch. I didn't do it for the Danganronpa piece because I live streamed that, but yeah, for this one, yeah, I figured why not. But I tried to be as clean as possible in my lines here. I went over them a bunch of times with the undo button when I wasn't satisfied. I used line stabilizers, I used tricks to do a straight line in Photoshop. When I wasn't satisfied, I'd do tricks like this where I copy one eye and, duplicate it over there. So yeah, I worked really hard on the line art for this, and I hope it shows. Sorry I don't have any footage of me doing the background. That was very experimental, and I kind of did it on and off while I was watching other stuff, so I wasn't filming. I'll try and film everything in the future, but yeah, it was mostly just me being like, do stars go well here? Do hearts go well here? What if I made the background blue and red? What if I made the background black with a big red R? And yeah, it was just basically me going in circles for a long time. But yeah, after I did the flats, I decided I wanted the shading to be sort of an orangey tone because I really like warm colors for shadows. I don't know why. I think it's mostly because I just don't really like the color blue, but yeah, so I played with some layer styles here to try and figure out what was best for shading. I figured that, I think it was hard light? Yes, hard light with a dark red made a really nice orangey sort of shading color. And I think I just used a regular overlay thing for white for the highlights. But yeah, I went around, just did shading. Yeah, overall I really wanted this piece to look graphic, and graphic usually means very flat colors, very flat cell shading, if there is even any shading at all to begin with, and just, yeah, in general having very graphic looking effects, if that makes sense. When I first heard the term, it didn't really make as much sense to me to hear them say graphic, like, oh, you have a graphic style. I'm like, what's that mean? Graphics are images. Of course I have a graphic style if I'm drawing images, but no, it means a specific thing in the art world, I suppose. So yeah, I did kind of embrace my inner graphic style that I usually use for school and put it up here. and I think it turned out pretty well. It's not like the most impressive piece I've ever done, I think, because like, I mean, the shading is very simple, but overall I think it turned out really well regardless. I should mention that the reason I did the lines behind Meowth as well as the shading behind Meowth, although I think I forgot to finish that, is because I wanted to use these images on their own. So I wanted to use Jessie and James on their own without Meowth in front of them for other things, like possibly bookmarks or like a little postcard or something like that. And Meowth on his own too for like a button or a bookmark as well. Just by going a little bit extra out of your way to finish up the drawing behind the parts that can't be seen just helps you if you want to use it for other things. So like, for example, if I was doing a button with Meowth's face, like I wouldn't want to have Jessie and James in the background, right? So that's why I just decided to make him sort of on a separate layer than them. But yeah, that's about all the time I have left for this video, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!